Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you like digital assets, and also comment down below what your favorite country is. Now, this could be the country you live in, that you've been to, but put it down below. I would say mine is still the Netherlands, but if somebody were to say Australia or United States, I would also really get that. Even, England, just put it down below what your favorite country is, and let's see what country will win. Now, today, we're going to take a journey through quite a lot of Ripple and XRP articles. I've just taken the time here to select the most important articles of the day and yesterday, so you guys don't need to check up anything anymore. You just got yourself a good summary of all the important price stuff and just small little tidbits here and there, because trust me guys, I read almost every XRP or Ripple article that comes out as fast as I possibly could. So I think I know my way around the news. I think I do. So let's take a look at the first article. Really solid one, actually, to say the least, by Saad B. Murtaza. It says, Ripple XRP price facing several hurdles in red zone. Now, the title is actually a little bit misleading, as it's not completely what the article is about. It's actually explaining both sides here. It explains the different views of different analysts on the XRP price, and why it does make sense though is that one or two of the guys, or even three of the guys, say that we're having some big hurdles right here. So if we scroll through a little bit, Ripple XRP price is marking over 4% losses on the 30-day charts, while the price movement is just as shaky as it was at the start of the month. Although Bitcoin flash rises and crashes did provide some cushion to the cryptocurrency, this price movement was unable to sustain price levels. And then, of course, what is there to say? Well, Magic Poop Cannon, the analyst, it says corn here, but I know it's Magic Poop Cannon. I mean, he's a pretty well-known analyst. He does a lot of Ripple XRP stuff. Most of the time, he does really extravagant analysis, but in this case, it's quite a real one. He explains that the crypto is stuck in a falling wedge that is the first sign of the bearish reds to stay for quite a while. Cannon further that the wedge is not the only trouble apparent, and what is making matters even worse for XRP price movement is a bear flag below the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement of the December-February bull run. Corn, it's kind of misleading, maybe his alias or something is Corn, I don't know, is of the view that these signs are prediction, a new low for Ripple XRP price at 60 cents mark very soon. So again, bearish crossover happened over there, price forming huge bear flag below the 0.618 retracement, and then now we're going to go to 16 cents, I guess, is what he's predicting. We'll see though. While famed analysts David Smith and Alex Clay are both predicting bearish signs on the short-term movement, analyst Jim Ron holds contrary beliefs. Ron explains that the crypto is now priming for a new bearish run, since despite the apparent bullish pullback, the long-term XRP price movement displays a rising wedge on the chart. In the current down market that has just begun to recover cautious tradings, moves are a must to ensure better price movement. Pretty damn cool, guys, pretty damn cool. That's a couple of different views on that. I actually would recommend you guys to just check through TradingView on the XRP USD ideas if you want to see what the major analysts are thinking. You can just scroll through there and see what different people are expecting. Lots of people are expecting the price to go down right now. For example, if you just compare, price going down is what expected here. Follows the downward, price going down, target 3, downwards again to 21.8 cents. Here, downwards again, you can see short. This one I think is actually bullish, contrary to all the other ones. Another one that says to short, one person again longing. This person kind of neutral, and it may be long. But the most trending ones, the most popular ones are at the top here, which are in this case all shorting. Definitely quite interesting, but it's something to take into consideration when making up your own analysis, that there's a lot of big guys saying that we should be shorting or that the price is going to go down. Take it into consideration, do what you want with it. Different analysis as well. This is the 4-hour, the 1 hour, and the 8-hour. So, it's different views on different topics, but it's still kind of cool. Or different views on different analysis, or different time frames, I should say. Ripple's price analysis, XRP to USD received a short-term boost on Luno listing news. I don't believe this stuff. Or I personally don't believe this stuff at all. Tanya here tries to say that Luno, the announcement, actually made XRP pump a little bit or helped it out. I don't buy that. All right. We all know that XRP and the news don't correlate in that sense. And I don't buy that it actually took a bump from anything like this. Can't believe it at all. Maybe the only part that could have done good about it is that Luno had a poll, or at least asked people what currency they would like to have added on there the most. And there was only Bitcoin and Ethereum on there when the poll was ran. And then XRP won by over half of the votes out of all cryptos. And I think Bitcoin Cash also made it now, though. And I think, that might be an ego boost to some people, thinking like, yeah, XRP can win everywhere, which is pretty true as well. But I don't really think that Luno integration was that heavy for people that it was going to boost the price. I don't personally think so. That was what's going to be happening. Fears of drop grow as $230 million in XRP unlocked from Ripple's escrow. Now, people sometimes get real afraid of this type of stuff still. The 1 billion that gets out every month, in this case now 500 mil and 500 mil, people really get afraid of that type of stuff. And I don't really know why. I don't really get it. I don't really understand why you would ever be afraid, or why people would be really, messed up about it. I don't know. While XP has already performed fairly poorly over the past 7 days, some have begun to fear that the crypto's prospects are worsening with the news that $230 million worth of XRP was unlocked from Ripple's escrow. For instance, Block TV crypto analyst Joe Saz wrote, "Either way, it's bad. They send back to escrow to maintain control of the bags, or they dump them." But is it really the case? Well, it's always been the same way, guys. It's always been the same way. The only thing I would say is a bad thing is that we don't have all the info about what they do with the money. If we had, I would say that it was really not that big of a deal, but we don't know the exact cent they spent on what. They tell us what they spend money on, like on a grand scheme of things, but really where every single cent goes, we can't really see. That's I think a bad part about it. But they're saying that doing this for the XP ecosystem. But I'm wondering, do employees get paid in XRP from what Ripple owns and stuff? And how does that work out specifically? Like, for example, if they invest XRP in Forte or in Dharma or whatever they invested in, does Ripple take the profits for if the firm does good, if they pay with XRP, and how does that all work out? Because in theory here, they're creating more and more ways for XRP to thrive, right? They're creating that, which is good for all of us, which is good for all the holders. But on the contrary, if they're investing XRP in a part for Ripple, because if they invest XRP and they receive, maybe a benefit from it, I don't really know exactly what they want to receive from it. Do they get a part of that? I don't know about that too much, but I guess that's a question I can just pop up there. And by the way, if you're enjoying the crypto news, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. EOS, Ethereum, and Ripple XRP daily tech analysis. Didn't like this one too much. It's just plain straight up exactly telling what's going on. Story continues. Scroll through a little bit. It just exactly explains what's going on. It is fallen, period. So here's expecting what's going to be happening for the day ahead. Ripple's XRP will need to break through 24-cent support to a run at the first major resistance level at 24.51. Yeah, but all of this is just, I don't even know what to say right there. It's just really kind of useless, I would say. Like, you're not going to benefit from knowing that. Ripple CTO David Schwartz talks about new changes for the XP ledger. We actually discussed all of this in great detail already, so I don't think it's worth going through again. If you don't know about it, just check through my videos. You'll find it all. And yeah, it's a pretty cool video, this drop. Too bad I can't show it in this video, but that's because I don't know how to integrate computer sound into my videos using the MacBook. I only know how to do it with the computer. Expecting rapid change for Bitcoin, XRP, and blockchain networks at large is hopelessly naive, says Ripple CTO David Schwartz. Well, again, that was all said in the video that we saw right here. He said, with so many payment providers and financial networks that are depending on the XRP ledger, you have to realize that you're talking about billions of dollars in a system that doesn't have an administrator. There's nobody that you can go to if it messes up, and so reliability is the number one property, and it means that these systems are very slow to develop and evolve. In the early days before I was working on the ledger and I was looking at Bitcoin, and we sort of had the idea that if there was any new feature, Bitcoin would just adopt it. We now know that it's hopelessly naive because any change to the system like this imposes costs on everybody who uses that system. Definitely, guys. Unlike the traditional software model, Schwartz says no one can be left behind when there are new network updates. Ultimately, everyone who relies on the blockchain system must adapt with every change, so hard forks are not really a thing right there. And I think that's really where the kind of, I think it's the right word to use, the consensus mechanism, or the I don't really know how you pronounce that in English otherwise. The consensus mechanism, I guess, for XRP works really well. The deciding system for XRP works really well because there's no way to just leave, sort of. With Bitcoin, you just hard fork. You know, if not everybody agrees to the change, you just split up the chain, right? With XRP, they don't make the change if not 80% of the people agree. And since 80% agree, you won't see a split happening right there. So that's a good part about XRP, which I think is really kind of important. Though I also think that being able to divide, in theory, is a good property, just because you have the possibility to do so if, for example, a hostile takeover comes on and you really want to just quit there. You want to get out with the other 50% or so. I think that's also kind of good. XRP price has space to reclaim 30 cents if the following happens. Well, XRP can return to 30. Tether is more liquid than XRP. Dutch crypto analyst Michael says that XRP can return to 30 cents. The analyst is looking at the XRP to USDT and XRP to BTC pairs. The first or third most valuable coin has a chance to return to 28 or 30 cent highs, he says, if it first reclaims the 24.5 level. The USDT pair is in a support area here. Is reclaiming 0.245, and we've got space back towards 28 to 30 cents. The BTC pair also made a full retrace. All right. And then Tether is more liquid than XRP, comes from Wise Ratings. Financial agency Wise Crypto Ratings has posted a tweet criticizing XRP following the recent news of Ripple partnering with UK-based Azimo remittance platform. Azimo plans to set up an ODL corridor to provide payments to the Philippines. And replying to this, Wise Crypto Ratings stated that XRP may not be the perfect option for that. Stable coins and USDT in particular are much more liquid than XRP. The tweet says, money transfer servers Azimo will use Ripple's ODL service to speed up for fund transfers in Philippines. Why not use stablecoins instead? USDT is more liquid than XRP. This would have been a novelty in 2015. Now there are better options than XRP for moving fiat around. Ripple price prediction: could XRP hit $1 in 2020? Don't even want to get there. Don't even want to get there. Could it happen? Yes. Is it going to happen? Nobody knows. But this is actually quite a good article, though. Just that's the reason I left it in. It actually explains a lot of the different sides for XRP and really a lot of different stuff. So we're going to be taking a look at that, I think maybe later today in another video, just going over a little more of this article. But I'm going to skip it out for now. I just want to tell you guys that it is possible for XRP to ever reach $1. Anybody knows that, though when it will happen, nobody really knows. 500 million XRP moved. Here's why it's unlikely to turn into selling pressure. Guys, come on, it's the escrow money all the time. It happens every month. It happens all the time. I don't need to tell you guys again and again and again how this all works. It helps out utility. That's what it's used for. And then last but not least, what cryptocurrencies does Justin Sun own? He owns XRP. Just wanted to give you guys a little hint on that. I told you guys before, but just coming again, he holds XRP. It's pretty damn cool. Guys, thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you press the like button. If you learned something new, make sure you press the like button. And if you like crypto news or like digital assets, make sure you subscribe. If I talk too fast, also let me know. If I talk too slow, let me know. I'll see you guys again in another crypto video.